Alright everybody, this is Eternal Blade here and welcome back to Concept to Creation Section 3. Today we will be covering how to model the plates and the bowls, and depending on how quick those go, maybe a couple other things, but we'll stick with plates and bowls for now. So it should be a pretty quick thing. I say should, but you never know. We're just going to start with a cylinder. Oops, use auto grade here. Start with a cylinder of about the appropriate size. I'm just trying to look at the concept and sort of match it up. Alright, there we go. That looks pretty close. So now what we're going to do is give it a few more polygons there. And this is going to be sort of the... this should be the bottom actually, so we're going to need to decrease the radius of this to about there. Decrease the height, convert it to an editable poly. Go to your polygon selection here, let's bevel. And we're just going to kind of sort of make a plate shape. Actually, what we're going to do here, just to make my life easier, is we're going to scale this way up. Alright, height unselected, and there we go. Now we'll have say frames. Now we can just work on it a little bit easier. That way when we bevel we can get, I thought we would be able to get a little more detailed bevels, maybe not. Oh well, it's still a lot bigger, so we got that going for us. So we'll sort of expand it to a plate size. These plates are kind of, I don't know what they look like, kind of like this. And they go up a little bit. And then they have a little break. And then they go up a little more. Okay, and they come up and in. And sort of in some more. Maybe go down to here. Sort of come in, and then they come down, and then down a little bit more, and that's about that. So there we go. Now we've got a nice plate. Just going to shift click. They don't want me to shift click. Loop. Control click the vertices here and just scale them out just a bit. And then scale these ones out just a tad as well. Just because I don't think they're quite, that sort of stagnant. Okay, and lastly, select these. Maybe this edge will work. Nope. Polygon, click, click, R, and just scale them in just a bit. There we go. Unhide all, and make our plate not the size of a large alien spaceship. Something about there is good. Okay, perspective. And now what I'm going to try to do is actually put that there, make this our perspective. There we go. And then work on positioning the plates kind of according to what I see in the other side. So I'm just going to do that. Starts off with this one kind of over here, right about there. Bring it up and make an instance. That's what we want. And sort of tilt this one and bring it a bit back, like it's balancing on the edge, sort of. And turn angle snap off for this. Okay, let's go to our front view here. Make sure they're sort of balancing on each other. I have no idea how they're looking like this, because I'm looking at this thing right here and they're just kind of floating in midair. I don't know how that works, but you know, you don't question some things sometimes, you just kind of go with it. Instance E and rotate the other way, something like this, so it's more or less flat. And right there. Okay, next one up. Kind of bring it over to this side. E and sort of set it in there. Again, I'm looking at all my windows here to make sure I don't really intersect anything I shouldn't be. So like this plate is floating in midair, but maybe there's like a spoon or something between it. I don't really know, but either way, if it looks good and it's going to be hidden behind some bowls, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Okay, pop this one up, and it's going to be sort of similar angle, but over here-ish. Sort of right here. Alright, that looks pretty good. Make sure I get the last little thing solved. There we go. So we've got our dishes, and they look about the right size. Maybe a little big, but oops. Okay. Scale them down just a tad. There we go. Alright, now I guess we can create some bowls, maybe. Do I want to create a bowl? Yeah, let's do some bowls. So I'm actually just going to take the bottom plate here. Oops, just the bottom plate. Shift drag it up, make a copy of this one, and see if we can't turn this one into a bowl. So let's bring it down like that. R. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Well, it does got to be a little more perfect than this. We're actually going to just use a sphere that we cut in half, maybe. That'll be easier, I'm guessing. Okay, so we can pretend this is our bowl. Control-Alt-Q, editable poly, and chop off the top. Border, click, and cap. Okay, and now we can go over here and work on some bevels. So kind of bevel it out, bevel it kind of there, and let's bevel it in. Not that much. Right, bevel down a little bit, and then a little more, and then we can start making our bowl shape. Alright, and keep beveling. Don't really worry about that. Okay, and we're just going to click here and click and connect. Press R and you can sort of bring that out to make it kind of a deeper bowl. And again, you won't really see the bowls too much, but Next, what we want to do is go here, take these and sort of scale them down just to give the bowl a flat bottom. Alright, there we go. Now we've got our bowl. Let's just size it appropriately. Make sure you're on uniform scale here. There we go. Maybe a little bit more on that axis. Alright. Place it on the table. There we go. And now, let's see, is that about the right height? Maybe. So it's supposed to be kind of blocking that one. Maybe actually we'll bring it in just a bit and scale it upward just a bit. Okay, there we go. And shift drag and make an instance. And sort of rotate this one a little bit, maybe a little that way, and maybe a little this way. There we go. Maybe a little more rotated, so the lips are kind of touching. Alright, shift drag that up, and we'll go over here, rotate the other direction, so it's almost flat. And this one's actually going to be a bit of a smaller bowl, it looks like. Alright, and it sits right in there. A bit smaller that way too. Alright, there we go. Bowls look good. Just select all those, and we'll just give them a kind of whitish color for now, so we can see what they look like. And that looks pretty damn good to me. And then kind of sort of over here, looks like there's another bowl behind a big sort of jug thing, which we have not created yet, but we can place the bowl here anyway. Alright, and scale it down, it's a smaller bowl. There we go. And bingo. So that'll be the creation of the bowls. We're going to place some more once we create the mantelpiece and whatnot, but for now I think we're good to go with those. So I will see you in the next part, and we're actually going to refine the textures on these later. It's just going to be a simple white diffuse texture, but I don't want to do it just yet until I get my lighting set up. So I'll see you next time.